Thanks to everybody for coming. Don't tend to talk very long, so please. Being talked at all morning is probably not the best thing. What needs to be different? I just want to reinforce some of what Neil and Sue said. We've had plans in the past, haven't we? We've had Close to Home, which was a plan that was extensively consulted on, it was never delivered. We've had a plan for acquisition that was delayed and delayed and delayed, and that so far hasn't been delivered. And that's part of the reason, or two parts of the reasons I think we're in the place we're in. So what needs to be delivered, be different? We really need to see whatever we have planned implemented. And that's what has to happen. Okay? For me, the key to the success regime is looking at the whole system, not just the acute sector. We know there's pressures across community services, primary care, adult social care. And if we only focus on North Cumbria acute, we will not solve or resolve anything. We have problems with recruitment everywhere, but that's particularly felt on the West Coast. We also need to see a change in mood, to get some good news stories out there. If somewhere gets negative publicity all the time, which Cumbria has again and again and again, people aren't going to want to come and work somewhere that's really good to work, really nice to live. So it's important that we get the media and the public to work with us and help promote the area and not knock it all the time. Another important issue is how we resolve the issue around being able to provide sustainable services on the West Coast for the majority of non-complex, non-specialised care, as close to where people live as possible. This solution needs to recognise the large numbers of people who live on the West Coast, often in areas of significant deprivation and a significant distance from CIC over a poor road infrastructure. Having said that though, we should not compromise on the quality of care. However, it's increasingly recognised there's no off-the-shelf model that fits the Cumbrian population and geography. So we need to develop one that does work for the population, but does provide the answers on quality and outcomes. The solutions have to be clinically safe and sustainable, and evidence-based where there is evidence, such as that that's been seen already around vascular, trauma, cardiac and stroke patients, to name a few. We've already made some positive changes that have led to patients' lives being saved. But the problem is we haven't taken all the staff with us, and we certainly haven't taken the public with us on that journey. So to do the following changes, we really do need to engage with clinicians and staff and the general public, and we really do need strong clinical leadership in all our services at all levels to help develop, but also, most importantly, deliver the changes we need. The population and some of our staff have lost trust with the NHS locally, and we need to work really hard and involve them, and this is what Sue was saying, as we develop these changes. It's really important that they understand them and what alternatives, if any, there are. We need them with us, by our side, not marching on the streets. However, they'll only start to do this if we involve them and earn that trust. There will be options that not everyone's happy with. Status quo, or going back to how it used to be, is not an option. But most importantly of all, whatever we do decide to do, we need to see delivery of the changes of safe, sustainable services as close to home as possible, but recognising that some of those patient journeys will be to areas of specialist input. Okay? And that really fits with the Keith Willett's plan, which is where it makes a difference, it's worth travelling, but otherwise care should be as close to your home as possible. But that's going to involve changes across our whole system. That's all I've got to say.